welcome to my video. My name is Catherine and this is my first time filming a makeup tutorial. I was inspired by one of my best friends, Kimberly, who has also filmed a makeup tutorial of her own, which I will link down in the description below. And I hope you guys can check that out as well. She is amazing. Today I'm going to be doing an everyday makeup look to go to work or to go out to run errands or even brunch with your friends. It's a very achievable look and it'll look great on every skin tone. So let's jump right in.
First off, we're going to pull our hair back with some clips. Then we are going to grab our Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion. This is best used for repairing and heals any dry spots that you may have. I love starting my routine with this just so I can feel moisturized throughout the day. It also helps to have a smoother application to my foundation. Next, I'm grabbing my Smashbox Camera Ready BB Cream in the shade Light, and I use this as a primer for my eyes. This is the great BB cream because it primes, hydrates, and controls oil throughout the day. This is not my shade anymore, but blending makes everything work. Next, we are going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I love this palette. It's so amazing. The colors are bomb. They're so pigmented and blendable. Jaclyn did a really good job with this. I am obsessed. First, we're going to take the Silk Creme color with the fluffy blending brush. This brush is from AOA Studio in the style E126. We're going to put this color in the crease and blend it downward to act as a transition color. Next, we are taking a small buffer brush from AOA Studio in the style E130 and taking the color Roxanne and packing that into the outer corner of the crease. Once we pack that color into the outer corner, we want to blend that out softly to make a winged triangle, and that will act as our overall shape that we want to achieve for this look. Blending is a crucial step in every makeup look. For example, in this look, I'm trying to create a neutral gradient, starting with a lighter color towards the inner corner and then the darker color towards the outer corner and blending them all together. Next, we will take a smaller eyeshadow definer brush from AOA Studio in the style E132, and we're going to grab the color Chip to deepen the crease. Chip is a great color to use as the darker edge of your gradient. It's a nice chocolatey brown with a hint of red undertone. After applying Chip to the outer corner of the crease, we're going to take those two same blending brushes that we used in the beginning, the buffer brush and the fluffy blending brush, to blend out this look even further so there's no harsh lines between the colors. Now it's time to add some glam to the center of the eye. We're taking the color Obsessed with a flat shader brush from AOA Studio in E131 and packing that on the lid up until it meets the other shadows, and then we will blend those together so there's no harsh lines, creating a perfect gradient. I would also like to mention that the brushes I'm using today are from a great brand called Miss A. I will link the site in the description for you below. This site has all types of products from concealer to lipsticks for only $1. That's right, you heard me. $1. That's so cool. And the brush sets that I got too were only about $9 to $10. You gotta check them out. They have everything. And the brushes are so good, trust me. When I first heard about them, I immediately went onto their site and I started ordering a bunch of stuff. It should have been illegal to buy all those things for under $50. Next, we'll be moving on to our face. My go-to foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. I'm using the shade 130 or Buff Beige. This is the matte and poreless edition. It is medium to full coverage, but buildable and doesn't ever look cakey. I usually pour a dab onto my beauty sponge and dot it on the main areas of my face. I'll be going in again to build it up a bit later. This is also for normal to oily skin. I rate my skin as a normal because I am in between. I only have oily spots on my lids, chin, and around my nose. My one dry spot is on the bridge of my nose. I try to put less there so it doesn't settle in my dry cracks that I always get throughout the day. I will also bring the foundation down to my neck to have an even skin tone. This way, my face and neck will match. We all hate discolored necks. It's just not right. Next, we'll be using Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair, and we are going to apply this to a few areas that I like to highlight. I do not like to do the bridge of my nose because I do not want to enhance my dry spots there. You can use your concealer any way you choose. Next, we'll be setting that concealer with Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade Light. I like to dab my sponge into it and apply that to the areas I just concealed. Next, we'll be bronzing up the face a bit. Using the Revolution Mega Bronzer in the shade 02 Warm, I'm going to apply this under my cheekbones and blend it upward toward my temples, and then also add it underneath my chin. I'm using a round buffer brush from Morphe. I ordered a kit of face brushes by Morphe from Ulta, but they don't have any style codes on them, but I will link the set down in the description below. Usually I don't do a full face contour for my everyday looks, but I like to add just a little crease to really deepen my bronzer a bit. I take this flat contour brush by AOA Studio in the style F23 and only dip the flat edge into the same bronzer I was using before. Then I apply it directly under my cheekbones to enhance them. I will also blend this out and upward so it doesn't create a harsh line in my bronzer. Then I will sculpt out my bronzer using the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder just to clean up some edges. I like to dip my sponge into the powder and apply that right under my bronzer. Don't mind me here, I forgot to do my nose contour before I put my baking powder on. How embarrassing! I'm just gonna do that right now. Here, I'm just finishing up putting on my baking powder. I like to put my baking powder underneath my cheekbones, chin, eyes, nose, and forehead. I usually like to let that bake for at least 5 minutes while I do my next step. Next, we are filling in the brows. I use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Brunette. Hands down, favorite drugstore pencil. I don't like to do too thick of a brow, so I try to just create sharp edges and then feather them out using the spoolie brush on the other side. Next step is to coat my lashes with L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in Carbon Black. I always like to make sure I don't have any clumps in my lashes. That is a huge pet peeve of mine. Next, I'll be taking this Avon Glimmer Stick in the shade Blackest Black. This is the best eyeliner in the game for me. If they ever discontinue this, I will die. I use this to tight line my upper waterline to create the look of a thicker lash band since I don't use falsies very often. Now I'm going to take this generic but amazing big fluffy brush to dust off the baking powder. I also use this to blend the inner corners of my bronzer a bit. Next, we'll be using this BHCosmetics blush palette. The item number is BHB10. It has a beautiful range of blushes for many skin tones. I will be taking a mix of the two in the second column, which are a peach and a mauve pink, and I will apply that to the apples of my cheeks and then blend that upwards. Now I'm going to do my wing eyeliner using Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liquid Liner. Now for the best part of any look, highlighter. I'm using Jaclyn Hill's loose highlighter in the shade Amped. This highlighter is so gorgeous and it looks great on everyone. And let's not forget, it could literally blind someone, and don't we all love that, right? I will be taking this highlighter blending brush by Morphe and dipping it into the highlight, and I will apply it to the highest points of my cheeks and a little at the tip of my nose. Now I'll be curling my lashes with this curler by Ulta. Now for the lips. I'm using this Maybelline Super Stay ink crayon in the shade Change is Good. I will be adding this L'Oreal Infallible lip paint in the shade Spicy Blush to the center just to make them look more plump. These ink crayons by Maybelline are my favorites right now. They have so many beautiful shades and they're so creamy. And they really do stay on all day long. Why do I sound like a fucking commercial right now? Last but not least, we're going to be using this Dewy Setting Spray by Ulta, and we're going to spray it all over our face. Now we're going to take this hot mess of a hair down and show you the finished look.
And here is the finished look. As you can see, it is very achievable and it looks great on every skin tone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye!